Am I audible? Okay. See, okay. Conditional control structures successfully we finished in the previous session. Now you know all conditional control structures. In today's session, I want to cover loops. Easily you can understand. In other programming languages like C, Java, there you already learned same style. Some syntax difference will be there, but that I will explain. Next, we discuss about this jumping control structures. So with this control structures chapter will be finished. In today's session, I tried to finish this control structures topic. After that, if time is there, I have introduction on cursors. Otherwise, on Monday, we can fresh start this cursors. Based on the time, we decide that. So today, we focus on these looping control structures and jumping control structures. I finish this control structures topic. If time is there, I give introduction on cursors. This is today's session. Looping control structures. You already know. If you want to execute the code repeatedly, we use loop. If you want to execute the code repeatedly, we use loops. Our PL SQL provides 3 looping control structures. Those are while, simple loop, and for. These are the 3 looping control structures. In this, we are discussing about while now. While loop. See here. See the syntax of while. Okay. In Java, in C Java, you are writing while loop like this. While. In the parenthesis, you are specifying condition. Starting point of loop. Ending point of loop. In between that, we write the statements. See the execution process here. First, it checks condition. If condition is true, enters into loop, executes this code. After executing all statements, again checks with the condition. Again, if condition is true, again code will be executed. After executing all statements, again checks with the condition. Again, if condition is true, again it executes the code. Like this. As long as the condition is true, executes the code. As long as the condition is true, executes the code. And when this condition is false, comes out of the loop. Like this, to execute the code repeatedly, we are using loops. Same this style only here also in our PL SQL also same style, same while keyword only we use. In Java, can we write while in uppercase like this? Can we write while in uppercase like this in Java? Huh? No. Java is case sensitive. You must write while in small letters only. But our PL SQL not case sensitive. You can type this while in uppercase, lowercase, mixed letters, all are same. After while, write condition, loop condition. How many times you want to execute? Tell in the form of condition. Here, for condition, brackets compulsory. Brackets are compulsory here. Here, brackets are not required. Here, brackets are not required. This opening curly brace indicating starting point of loop. Closing curly brace indicating ending point of loop. Here, loop indicates starting point of loop. End loop indicates ending point of loop. In between this, write the code. That kind of style only. Some syntax changes there. Observe, sir. Execution process same as C Java. No change. So because of you know this, I'm comparing with this. Easily you can understand. That is why I'm comparing. Okay. So because of you know this one, here to understand this execution process, no need to put efforts. Same execution process. See, sir, in C Java, this opening curly brace indicating starting point of loop. Closing curly brace is indicating ending point of loop. In our PL SQL, loop indicates starting point of loop, end loop indicates ending point of loop. In between this, write the code. Here, while specify the condition. That's it. See the execution process, same as Java now. First, it checks condition. If condition is true, enters into loop, executes this code. After executing this code, after executing all statements, again checks with the condition. Again, if condition is true, again executes the code. After executing all statements, again checks with the condition. Like this, as long as the condition is true, executes the code. As long as the condition is true, executes the code. So like this, to execute code repeatedly, we are using loop. And when this condition is false, it comes out of the loop. When condition is false, loop will be terminated. Like this, code will be executed. And in this chapter, I cover general programs only, not database related programs. General programs I will explain. Okay, in C Java, for every array program, you use loop because array is used to hold set of elements. If you want to print a set of elements, loop is required. To read set of elements, loop is required. To process set of elements, loop is required. In C Java, in the arrays, for every program you use loop, sir. In the same way, in our PLSQL, in PLSQL, to hold multiple rows, cursor chapter is there and collection chapter is there. Okay, in these two chapters, for every program we use loop, sir. Just like in C Java, for every array program you are using loop. Like that in PLSQL, to hold multiple rows, we use cursors collections. For every cursor program, for every collection program, we use loop. If you don't know loops, you cannot learn these two chapters. So in this chapter, I cover only general programs. Database related programs we develop in these two chapters, cursors and collections. Next chapter, cursors. After that, we discuss collections. Okay. So just now we discussed about this while syntax, execution process. Okay. Did you understand the execution process, sir? See one example program. Write a program to print numbers from 1 to 4. This is my requirement. I want to print numbers from 1 to 4. This is my requirement, sir. Assume this value as I. Assume this value as I. I starting value 1. I ending value 4. Okay, write the code now. Observe. Anonymous block. Declare. Begin. End. Semicolon. Slash. We are assuming these values as I. I starting value is 1. Take that variable only. I means integer. I int. I starting value is 1. So assign 1 to I. I value is 1 now. I want to print this I value now. So to print I value, write dbms underscore output dot put underscore line I. I printed. So 1 printed. Prints 1, sir. 1 printed. Now current I value is 1. Understand here. Here I created. Here I value becomes 1. That 1 printed. 1 printed. Next, make I value as 2. So increase 1 value of I. So current I value is 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1, 2. That 2 store again in the I. So what we need to write here? I colon equals to I plus 1. In C Java, you are writing like this. I plus plus, you are right. Or you are writing plus plus I, you are right. Anyone you can write here. In C Java, you are writing like this to increase one value. But here there is no increment operator in our PL SQL. So definitely we need to write like this only. I colon equals to I plus 1. I colon equals to I colon equals to I plus 1. So here I value becomes 2. Now I want to print this I value. Current I value is 2 now. Here I value is 1. So that 1 printed. After that in this statement I value becoming 2. Now I value is 2 now. This 2 I want to print. So again write printing statement. 2 will be printed. Then make I value as 3. So increase one value of I. Increase one value of I. Right like this. I colon equals to I plus 1. I value becomes 3. Notice here. Same code. We are writing again. Observe. We are printing I value, increasing I value. Again printing I value, increasing I value. Next I want to print 3. So again print I value, increase I value. 3 will be printed, I value becomes 4. So like this, same code we are writing again and again. Okay, same code we are writing for 4 times. We are printing I value, increasing I value, printing I value, increasing I value. So here it prints 4. And I value becomes 5 like this. Okay, this statement is not required. And even if you write nothing wrong, okay. Observe. See here. The same code, printing I value, increasing I value, printing I value, increasing I value. Same code we are writing for 4 times. So instead of writing same code again and again, suppose tomorrow if you want to print numbers from 1 to 20, the same two statements we have to write for 20 times. Code length will be increased. Suppose if you want to print numbers from 1 to 100, you have to write these two statements for 100 times. Means 200 lines code you are writing. Code length will be increased. So instead of writing same code repeatedly, here same code we are writing for 4 times. Instead of writing same code repeatedly, write this repetitive code in the loop. Write this repetitive code in the loop. Loop and the loop. How many times you want to execute this one? Tell this one in the form of condition. While how many times you want to execute it? 4 times. For 4 times, whatever the condition is required, write that condition. See here. Okay, when I value is 1, print 1. When I value is 2, print 2. When I value is 3, print 3. When I value is 4, print 4. So if I value is 4 or less than 4, execute the code. If I value is 4 or less than 4, print I value, increase I value. This is a condition I write. If I value less than or equals to 4, execute the code. So when I value is 5, 5 is not less than 4, 5 is not equals to 4, false. Terminates the loop. So condition is I less than or equals to 4. That's it. Now see the execution process, sir. What is happening? Understand now? So this is a code. Code is over, sir. So this is the way of using while loop. See the execution process, what is happening? Because of this declaration, I created. This is I. Because of this assignment, I will becomes 1. This condition will be tested. Current I value is 1. Is 1 less than 4? It is checking. True. Condition true. Enters into loop. Prints I value 1. I value 1 printed. So it prints 1. 1 printed. Next, I plus 1. 1 plus 1, 2. The 2 will be stored in I. I value becomes 2 now. Now I value is not 1. I value is 2 now. Again, statements in the loop are over. Again, checks with the condition. is 2 less than 4, true. Again code will be executed, means again printing I value 2, I plus 1, I value becomes 3. Now statements in the loop are over. Statements in the loop are over. Again checks with the condition. I value 3 now. Is 3 less than 4? True. Again prints I value, increases I value. Prints I value 3. Okay, increases I value. I value becomes 4. Now again checks with the condition. Statements are over. So again checks with the condition. Is 4 less than 4? No. Is 4 equals to 4? Yes. True. Again code will be executed. Prints 4. I plus 1. I will become 5. The statements in the loop are over. Again checks with the condition. Is 5 less than 4? No. Is 5 equals to 4? No. Condition is false. When condition is false, terminates the loop. So like this, as long as the condition is true, executes the code. As long as the condition is true, executes the code. 4 times code executed. 5th time condition false, terminating the loop. So our while loop code executed for 4 times. So this code prints numbers from 1 to 4. Suppose if you want to print numbers from 1 to 20, suppose if you want to print numbers from 1 to 20, now no need to write 40 lines code now. Same length of code, I less than or equals to 20. Same length of code you are writing, same 5 lengths. Suppose if you want to print 1 to 1 lakh, if you want to print 1 to 1 lakh, if loop is not there, okay, we have to write to 2 lakhs statements. But because of this loop, I am writing 5 lines code only. 1 lakh times this code will be executed. So loop reduces complexity. Loop reduces length of code. Loop reduces length of code. Loop reduces complexity. That is why we are using loops. If loops are not there, we need to write same code again and again. So loop reduces length of code. Loop reduces complexity. So this is the way of using while loop. Is it working or not? Test here. Okay, most of you already know, sir. If anyone is new to the programming, for them I explained clearly. Okay. While loop demo. That is clear. Compile and run this. C hash batch 2 PM. Password is Naresh IT. Set page size 200. Line size 200. Set server output on. Set verify off. Clear the script. Okay, at the rate d:/ batch 2 PM/ while demo.sp. Okay, I'm sorry. Just a minute. Let me check the file name. While loop demo. While loop demo. Okay, observe sir. 1 to 4 printed, observe. If you want to print numbers from 1 to 20 or 1 to 100, write like this. Now 100 times this code will be executed. See, 100 times code is executed. Up to 100 it is printed. Okay. 100 times it is executed. So from 1 to 100. Okay. So this is a way of using loops. So this is about while loop. Is it clear about while, sir? Next, simple loop. Next one is simple loop. Online students, please confirm. Are you following? Is it clear about while? Okay, very good. Now, listen, simple loop. Understand here, this loop indicates starting point of loop. End loop indicates ending point of loop. Loop indicates starting point of loop. End loop indicates ending point of loop. In between that, we write the statements which we want to execute repeatedly. Understand this point? Here, if I write while condition, this is while loop. If I write for, if I write for here, okay, then this is for loop. If I don't write anything, this is simple loop. This is simple loop now. Understand here. Once again, I'm telling. This loop indicating starting point of loop. End loop indicating ending point of loop. The code which you want to execute repeatedly, write that code in the loop. In front of this, if I write while here, this is while loop. In front of this, if I write for here, this is for loop. If I don't write anything, this is simple loop. But if you write code like this becomes infinite loop. Loop must be terminated. It becomes infinite loop now. Infinite loop. Infinite times it gets executed now. In Java, if infinite loop is there, infinite times JVM runs. Infinite times it executes. Runs. Infinite times it executes. Okay. Continuously your program runs. Even if infinite loop is there, Java runs it. JVM runs it. Infinite times runs. That never be stopped. But here in our PL SQL, if infinite loop is found, our screen will be struck. We cannot continue our work. In Java, if infinite loop is found, JVM runs. But in our PL SQL, we should be careful regarding infinite loops. Our Oracle will not run it. Our screen will be struck if infinite loop is found. We cannot continue our work. Okay, we have to disconnect from the server. Again, we have to connect to the server. We have to continue our work. So if infinite loop is found, our screen will be struck. So if we write like this, loop becomes infinite loop. Loop must be terminated. To terminate the loop, condition is required. So to terminate this simple loop, take the help of exit statement. Exit when this condition is true. If this condition is true, loop will be terminated. This exit statement is just like break control structure in C Java. In C Java, break can be used to terminate the loop. In C Java, break can be used to terminate the loop in the middle of execution. When break is executed, it comes out of the loop in C Java. This exit is just like break only. When exit statement is executed, when this exit statement is executed, it comes out of the loop. So when this condition is true, now this code will be executed repeatedly, sir. This code will be executed repeatedly. If this condition is false, loop will not be terminated. Executes. If this condition is false, loop will not be terminated. Executes code repeatedly. When it terminates the loop, when this condition is true, it exits from the loop. So to terminate this simple loop, take the help of exit statement, or you can also write exit. Exit also you can use. But to specify the condition, if you want to use exit, take the help of if control structure also. If condition is true, then exit. Like this we need to write. So instead of writing 3 lines, it is better to write 1 line. This one you can write, or this one also you can write. If so and so condition is true, then exit. So instead of writing 3 lines here, it is better to write 1 line. So I habituated with this one. I use exit one. If you want to use exit, nothing wrong. You can write like this also. Possibilities there. I habituated with exit one. I always use exit one to terminate this simple. Okay. This is simple. Simple loop syntax. Okay. See the exit. See the program now. Program on simple loop. Program to print numbers from 1 to 4. I want to print numbers from 1 to 4. Using simple loop, I want to do this, but just now we did this. Using while loop, we did this. Now using simple loop, I want to print 1 to 4 now. Right? Anonymous block. Declare begin end semicolon slash. Declare I variable here. Declare I variable as integer. Take I value as 1. Print I value. Print I value. dbms underscore output dot underscore line. I to increase I value. So here 1 will be printed. Prints 1. Make I value as 2 now. To make I value as 2, right? I colon equals to I plus 1. This code we have to execute 4 times. So write this code in the loop. Loop, end loop, end loop. If I write this much only, now this is infinite loop now. Prints 1, makes I value as 2. So here I value is 1, sir. Here 1 printed. I value becomes 2. Okay, then 2 printed. I value becomes 3. Then 3 printed. I value becomes 4. Then 4 printed. I value becomes 5. Like this. Infinite times it gets executed. It becomes infinite loop now. So loop must be terminated when observe here I value 1, 1 printed. I value 2, 2 printed. I value 3, 3 printed. I value 4, 4 printed. Now I value is 4 now. When I value is 4, 4 printed. When I value is 4, terminate the loop. Exit when I value is 4. That's it. It prints numbers from 1 to 4 now. See the execution process. Because of this declaration, I created. I value is 1. Here it prints 1. 1 printed. Here it checks the condition. Is 1 equals to 4 condition true? It is checking. Is this condition true? False. Condition false means this statement will be executed. I plus 1, I value becomes 2. Because of it is simple loop. Okay. Statements in the loop are over. Again executes this code. 2 printed. Is 2 equals to 4? False. I plus 1, I value becomes 3. Statements are over. 3 printed. Is 3 equals to 4? False. I plus 1, 4. Statements are over. 4 printed. Is 4 equals to 4? True. 4 printed. After that 4 equals to 4 true. When this condition is true, comes out of the loop. Loop terminated. This is the output we are getting. So this is the way of using simple loop. So to terminate the simple loop, take the help of exit when. Is this code working or not? Test here. Directly you can copy the code at SQL command prompt also. No problem. But if you copy it SQL command prompt, tomorrow I cannot use this program. Just temporarily, one time I'm running here. Because I didn't save this program in file. In the file, if you develop the program, tomorrow also I can use the program. Day after tomorrow also I can use the program. That is why we are developing in file here. But if I develop program here, it works, it runs, running. But tomorrow you cannot use this program. Possibility is there. I am using like this. So this is program is printing numbers from 1 to 4. 1 to 4 it is printing. So this is the, it is printing 1 to 4. So this is the way of using simple loop. This is simple loop program. This is simple. To terminate the simple loop, take the help of exit when. Let me talk few points regarding exit and exit when. What is exit? This is a jumping control set. Why we use it? It is used to terminate the loop. If you want to terminate the loop, use it. And remember that it can be used in loop only. It cannot be used directly. It must be used inside of loop. How to use exit? Just write like this. Syntax is exit, exit, like this. For exit when also, same steps, same points, right? Exit when. Exit when purpose is also same. Exit when is jumping control structure. It is used to terminate the loop. It can be used in loop only. How to use it? Just now we used it. Exit when condition. Now you tell me, sir. I'm writing one simple program, anonymous block, declare begin end. I'm expecting correct answers from you, sir. You tell me now. DBMS underscore, output dot, put underscore line, hi, hi printer. Next, DBMS underscore output dot, put underscore line, bye. Tell me, sir, what is the output of this program? If you are unable to tell this, means learning this PL SQL is waste, sir. What is the output of this one? What is the output, sir? Hi, bye. Hi. This statement prints hi. This statement prints bye. In between this, I'm writing exit. In between this, I'm writing exit, sir. Now, what is the output of this program? Hi. Okay, listen. Okay, those who are saying hi, please read this statement, sir. What is this last statement? Read this statement. Come on, read, sir. Speak loudly. It can be used in loop only. Exit can be used in loop only. Is it having any loop here? Can we write exit directly? Impossible. It gives error, sir. You are telling it prints hi. That is wrong. What it prints? Error. Error it gives. Suppose in Java you are writing like this, sir. Class demo. Class demo. Public static void main. String array is static point of main. Ending point of main. Closing the class. Here I am writing system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Hi I am writing. System dot out dot println. System dot out dot println by I am writing. Okay, what is the output of this code now? Hi bye will be printed. In between this, I'm writing break here. Break. What is the output of this program? What is the output of this program, sir? Hi or error? Error. Why error? Break cannot be used directly, sir. In Java, break can be used in two places only. One is in loop, another one is in switch. To terminate the loop, use break. To terminate the switch, use break. You cannot use break directly. Break purpose is terminating loop or terminating switch. Here there is no loop, there is no switch. That is why it gives error. Same point is applicable here. Just like in C Java, break is there. Here exit we use. Exit is equivalent to break. But here exit we can use in one place only. In PLSQL, exit when we can use in one place only. What is that one place, sir? Loop. Purpose is terminating loop. Okay, here loop is not there. What you are terminating? Oracle gets confused. It gives error. If you want to check here. I'm running this program. See here. If this exit is not there, it works. It is printing hi by. Hi by printed. In between this, if I write exit here, if I write exit, it gives error now. Illegal exit statement. It must appear inside a loop. This error we get. This error message we get. Illegal exit statement. Observe, sir. If I write like this, it is working perfectly. It is printing hi by. Just here I am writing exit here. In between hi by, I am writing exit. Error. Error. Read error message. Illegal exit statement. Exit must. It means exit. It means exit. Exit must appear inside a loop. In the loop only we can use it. We cannot use it directly. Remember this. Just to focus this point only, I asked this question. Most of the students give answer as high. But that is wrong, sir. It gives error. Exit we can use in loop only. Remember this point. Next. For loop. Next one is for loop, sir. Now you know very clearly about while. You know about simple loop also. Okay. Next. For loop. Listen. What is the syntax of for loop? See here. So generally, in other programming languages also you learn this point. When we don't know exact number of iterations, when we don't know exact number of iterations, go for while. When we don't know exact number of iterations, how many times we want to execute? When we don't know exact number of iterations, go for while. When we know exact number of iterations, then we use for. Without checking condition, if you want to enter into the loop, directly if you want to enter into the loop without checking condition, while first checks condition. While first checks condition. If condition is true, then only enters into loop. Without checking any condition, directly if you want to enter into loop, go for simple loop. When we don't know exact number of iterations, go for while. If you want to enter into loop directly without checking any condition, go for simple loop. When we know exact number of iterations, go for loop. These are the conventions, suggestions. What is the syntax of for loop? Observe. For variable name. So when we know exact number of iterations, we use it. In here give lower value dot upper value. Right like this. To indicate starting point of loop, right loop. To indicate ending point of loop, right end loop. In between that, we write the statements. Remember the syntax, follow it. Is a way of using for loop. Okay. Suppose I want to print numbers from 1 to 4, sir. What is the lower value? What is the upper value? 4. Tell that one only. Assume these values as I. Variable name is I in 1 dot 4. That's it. When we know exact number of iterations, go for lower value 1, upper value 4. 4 times I want to execute. 1 to 4. First time I value 1. Is it falling under this range or not? It checks. Yes. 1 falls between 1 to 4. True. Next I value becomes 2. Is 2 falls between 1 to 4 or not? Yes. True. Executes the code again. Like this 4 times it executes. When I value 3, 3 falls under this range. When I value 4, 4 also falls under this range. True. But when I value is 5, 5 is not falling under this range. False. Terminates the loop. Like this it works. So just remember this syntax. Follow it. Observe now. I want to print numbers from 1 to 4. Declare begin, end, semicolon, slash. See here. I want to print numbers from 1 to 4. So write like this. For I in lower value 1, upper value 4. Starting point of loop, loop. Ending point of loop, end loop. In between this, we are writing printing statement. We are printing I value. I value we are printing. This program prints numbers from 1 to 4. Notice here, I didn't declare I. Observe. I didn't declare I. Does it work, sir? Yes, it works. It works. We get output as 1, 2, 3, 4. Why, sir? We didn't declare variable. We have no need to declare loop variable. We have no need to declare for loop variable. Implicitly, it will be declared as number type. This is first important point regarding for loop. And notice here, I didn't write I colon equals to I plus 1. Observe. No need to write it. Implicitly, it will be incremented by 1. Okay. So I'm copying this code at SQL command prompt, working on a test here. See, sir, we are getting output as 1, 2, 3, 4. Is the code for printing numbers from 1 to 4 using for loop. Here I'm not declaring I here. Suppose in other loops, in case of while or in case of simple loop, if you don't declare the variable, it gives error. Variable must be declared to allocate the memory. If you declare, then only memory will be allocated. Otherwise, memory will not be allocated. But in case of for loop, no need to declare variable. Implicitly, it will be declared as number type. No need to declare for loop variable. Implicitly, it will be declared as number type. Okay. So it's printing numbers from 1 to 4. I didn't declare I. So no need to declare. And I'm not writing I colon equals to I plus 1. Implicitly, it is increasing 1 value. First time I value 1. 1 falling between this range or not, it is checking. True. So execute this code. 1 printed. I value 2. Is 2 falling between 1 to 4 range? Yes, true. 2 printed. Next I value is 3. Is 3 falling between 1 to 4? True. 3 printed. Next time I value becomes 4. Is 4 falls between 1 to 4? Yes, 4 printed. Next time I value 5. Is 5 falling between 1 to 4? No, false. Terminates the loop. So 4 times executed. When I value 1, when I value 2, when I value 3, when I value 4. 4 times executed. When I value 5, terminated loop. So when we know exact number of iterations from 2, how? When we know exact number of iterations and go for this for. No need to declare loop variable. Implicitly, it will be incremented by 1. No need to increase explicitly. Now you tell me, sir. I'm expecting correct answer from you. I'm writing 1 dot dot 10, sir. Tell me now, what is the output of this program? 1 to 10, it prints. Very good. This program prints numbers from 1 to 10. working perfectly. Now suppose I'm writing like this. I colon equals to I colon equals to 5 I am writing. Initially I value 1 okay. 1 falling between 1 to range okay. Condition true. Entering into loop. Here I value is becoming 5 now. Now I value is not 1 now. I value is 5 now. Then we are printing I value. Tell me sir, what is the output of this code now? What's the output we get? Hmm? If this statement is not there, it prints 1 to 10 sir. This code prints 1 to 10. Check here. This code is printing 1 to 10. 1 to 10 printed. Okay, but I'm writing I colon equals to 5 here. What's the output we get, sir? 5 to? Okay, so some students tell 5, some students tell 5 to 10. Okay, but listen, in other languages you may get 5 like that, maybe. But here in our PL SQL, it gives error. Output is error. Listen. Okay, some of you are thinking that it prints 5 like that. Okay, or it prints okay 5 to 10. So some of you are thinking like that. Some of you are thinking 5 it prints. Some of you are thinking 5 to 10 it prints. Okay, but what is the output of this program? Error. Why error? This loop variable is read-only variable. Remember this point. This is second important point regarding loop. This is second important point regarding loop. First important point is no need to declare loop variable. No need to declare for loop variable. Implicitly it will be declared as number type. Second important point is loop variable is read-only variable. You cannot write into it. Loop variable is read-only. You cannot write into it. Remember this. Okay, here I value where printing means reading, sir. Already I value is there that you are reading. I value in the memory that you are reading. Okay, here you are assigning means you are writing, sir. Assigning means writing. You are trying to write 5 into I. 5 value you are trying to write into I. It is impossible. Writing is not possible in loop variable because loop variable is read only variable. Did you understand this point, sir? That is why to print numbers from 1 to 10, we are writing code like this only. We are not writing I colon equals to I plus 1 here. To increase one value of I, I'm not writing I colon equals to I plus 1. Why I'm not writing this one? This is impossible. Because loop variable is read only. You cannot write, sir. Writing impossible. Assignment not possible. You get error as I cannot be used as assignment target. Assigning means writing. You cannot write it easily. So implicitly I value will be incremented by 1. I'm not increasing explicitly because I cannot increase it. So this is the code. Begin and semicolon slash. Okay, observe now. This code prints numbers from 1 to 10. You already know. Okay. But here I am writing I colon equals to 5. It gives error now. Copy this. We are getting error. Observe here. Observe, sir. I'm copying that code at SQL command prompt. We are getting error. At I colon equals to 5 only, it is showing star. This is the program. At I colon equals to 5 only, it is showing star. In this statement, problem is there, it is telling. In line number 4, problem is there, it is telling. Error at line number 4. Okay, so very clearly it is saying that I cannot be used as an assignment target. In the I, you cannot assign the value. Assigning means writing. Writing impossible. Reading possible. Loop variable, read only variable. So these are the important points regarding for loop. One more point I am telling. Suppose I am writing like this. Suppose I am writing like this. Just a minute. Okay. Now, suppose I am trying to write like this. Here I am trying to print I value. dbms underscore output dot put underscore line I. What is the output of this program, sir? This code prints 1 to 10. When I value is 11, 11 not falling between this range, condition is false. So terminates the loop. Terminates the loop. Tell me, sir, what is the output of this program? 1 to 10. Then here, which value will be printed? 11. Okay, listen. Output of this program is error, sir. Error. Error you get. You understand this point? Suppose I am writing one Java program here. Like this. Class A. Public static void main string array is starting point of main, ending point of main, ending point of class. Okay. So here I'm writing for loop like this. For int I equals to 1, I less than or equals to 10, I plus plus. Okay. Starting point of loop, ending point of loop. System dot out dot println I. What is the output of this code, sir? 1 to 10 it prints. Now, system dot out dot println I am writing. Here I value I am printing. Now, what is the output of this code now? 1 to 10. Then it prints. What is the I value out of the loop? 11. This is wrong, sir. You get error now. Why? Because I is loop variable, sir. Loop variable can be used inside of loop only. If I declare I here, then it prints 1 to 10. Then here it prints 11. Okay, this is correct. If I declare here, this is method variable. If I declare here, this is method variable. Method variable can be used inside of the method. So I can access I here, no problem. But I'm not declaring the method now. I'm declaring in the loop here. So loop variable can be used inside of loop only. It cannot be used out of the loop. It is impossible. You cannot access like that. Loop variable scope is limited to loop only. Within loop only I can use I. Out of the loop I cannot use I because it is declared in the loop. Why? Understand here? Here I created memory allocated. Initial I value 1. 1 less than or equals to 10. Condition true. 1 printed. I plus plus. I becomes 2. 2 less than or equals to 2. Condition true. 2 printed. I plus plus. I becomes 3. Like that. When I value is 10. 10 printed. When I value is 11, loop terminated. 11 less than or equals to 10, condition false. Loop terminated. When loop is terminated, immediately memory will be destroyed. When loop is terminated, I memory destroyed. Now I is not alive. If I memory is not there, how can you access I value? Impossible. I memory is not there, value is not there. How it prints, sir? That is why it is giving error. Are you understanding? Okay. Same thing is happening here also. Here also same thing is happening. Okay. Here also same thing is happening. Here I is loop variable. I is loop variable. Within loop only I can access it. Out of the loop I cannot use I. If I use like this, it gives error. It gives message as I must be declared. I must be declared, it is telling. If I declared, I memory will be created, I value will be accessed. That is why it is telling I declared. I must be declared, it is telling. If you declare, memory will be created. Observe here, I am running this code. See here. Observe, sir. I must be declared. Error. If this statement is not there, I'm making this as comment line. If that statement is not there, working 1 to 10. But because of this statement, I can be used within the loop only. I cannot be used out of the loop. Loop variable can be used in loop only. Loop variable cannot be used out of the loop. So it is giving error. See here, error happened. I must be declared it. So in the line number 6, we are getting error. In the line number 6, out of the loop, you cannot access loop variable. This is third important point regarding for loop. 3 points I told, sir. First point, no need to declare for loop variable. First important point. Second important point, loop variable is read-only variable. You cannot write into it. If you don't know this point, you may do mistakes. You may try to assign value to the loop variable. That is why you should aware. Third important point, loop variable scope is limited to loop only. Scope means availability. Loop variable is available for loop only. It is not available for out of the loop. That's it. So these are the 3 important points regarding for loop. Now you know very clearly about while, simple loop, and for loop. That's it. All 3 looping control structures are over. Okay. Did you understand these 3 points, sir? Is it clear about loops? Online students, please confirm. Is it clear about loops? Loops chapter is over. Loops topic is over. If it is clear, we can move forward. Please confirm. Okay. Next. Jumping control structures. Next one is jumping control structures. 3 jumping control structures are there. Go to. Go to. Jumping control structure. Exit. Exit when. The jumping coming. Return. Returns the value in the functions. For every program, we write return statement. For every function, we write return. Return is mandatory. In our PL, I use return jumping control structure. So here, in these 3 jumping control structures, Now you know exit and exit one. To terminate the loop, we use them. Now just we need to discuss about go to. With this, control structures chapter will be finished. Go to outdated control structure. Even if I don't explain, no problem. Go to outdated. Okay, that is why Java is not providing go to. Okay, our PL SQL introduced in 1980s. In the 1980s, they introduced it. Okay, that is why it is providing go to. At that time, in the 1980s, C, C++ languages were very famous. So because of these languages are providing go to, our PL/SQL is also providing go to. But our Java introduced in 1996. Java introduced in 1996. So these Java developers, they felt that this go to is one unnecessary control structure. Unnecessarily, it jumps from one location to another location and raises confusions. So that is why Java developers, they felt this go to is unnecessary control structure. That is why Java is not providing go to. Go to keyword is there. Go to reserved word. You cannot give variable name as go to. You cannot give method name as go to. Go to reserved word is there. But go to control structure is not available in Java because they felt this is one unnecessary control structure. So that is why avoid of using go to. Once upon a time, loops were not there to execute code repeatedly. Once upon a time, in the initial days of programming, when assembly language was there, at that time, loops were not there. In the initial days of programming, loops were not there. At that time, to execute code repeatedly, okay, they were used go to. In the initial days of programming, loops were not available. So at the time of assembly language in the initial days, at that time loops were not there. At that time, to execute the code repeatedly, they used this go to. Here I am writing some statements. Go to this location. This location name I am giving as ABC. So if I write like this, it goes to this location, again executes the code. Goes to this location, again executes the code lines. Like this, to execute the code repeatedly, we can use go to. Once upon a time, loops were not there. This go to was used as loop. Go to was used to execute code repeatedly. But nowadays, loops are not available. So that is why it is outdated. Nowadays, we are not using go to. See the syntax here. Here I am writing statements. These statements again I want to execute. So I want to transfer execution. So I understand, sir. Code executed, executed. All statements executed. Now execution is here. Execution is here now. But I want to go to here. I want to transfer execution to here. So for that, I have to use go to. Go to. Go to where? Tell that one. So go to here. I want to tell. So go there. Like that I want to tell. So to tell that, to identify this location, one name is required. So I'm giving one name here, AB. AB name. But if I write AB directly, Oracle cannot understand. That is that location name. It understands that maybe variable. It gives error. So to tell that is location name, to tell that is label, we use double less than, double greater than symbols. Double less than, double greater than symbols are telling that AB is this location name. AB is one label. AB is one title for that location. Now what I'm writing here, go to AB. Go to AB. Now it goes to AB location, again executes the code. Like this it works. So here give label. Label means title. For this location, I'm giving one name. That name I'm calling as label. Label must be enclosed in double less than, double greater than symbol. So I write go to that label. Label. Okay. Suppose label name I am giving as XYZ. Double less than, double less than, double greater than. In between this, I'm writing XYZ. XYZ is this location name. So here I'm writing go to XYZ. Go to XYZ. So when this statement is executed, it goes to XYZ location, again executes the code. Again goes to XYZ location, executes the code. Again goes to XYZ location, executes the code. Without using loop, we are executing this code repeatedly using goto. Once upon a time, loops were not available. At that time, goto was used as loop. That is a way of using goto. But this goto is condition dependent. If you write like this, it becomes infinite. Infinite times it executes. Goes here, executes. Goes here, executes. Goes here, executes. Goes here, executes. Infinite. So that is why goto is condition dependent. So we write condition like this. In that write goto. Goto is condition dependent. Write like this. So when this condition is false, comes out of the if, means it is not going there. So I want to print numbers from 1 to 4 using goto. I want to print numbers from 1 to 4 using goto. I want to get this output 1, 2, 3, 4. Assume these values as I. Already we did this using while, simple loop, and for. Same program I want to do by using goto. Without using loop, I want to do it. Take anonymous block. Define anonymous block. Declare begin end semicolon slash. I int. Assign 1 to I. Current I value is 1 now. Print I value. dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. I printed. Make I value as 2 now. I colon equals 2. I plus 1. I value is 2 now. Now again I want to, here I value 1 printed, sir. 1 printed. Here I value becoming 2 here. Now I want to print 2. This is my requirement. So again I want to print I value. So execution should go here. So I want to tell that go to this location. Go to this location I want to tell. So to this location, give one name. That name I'm calling as label. I'm giving name as ABC. ABC. If I write like this, compiler understands that is variable. We have to tell that is this location name, that is label we have to tell. So to tell this is label, we use the symbols double less than, double greater than symbols. This double less than, double greater than symbols are telling this is label. This is this location name. So here I'm writing go to ABC. ABC. But if I write this much only, it becomes infinite loop now. Infinite times it executes. Prints I value, increases I value. Prints I value, increases I value. Prints I value, increases I value. Okay, infinite time it executes. Go to is condition dependent. So write like this. If I less than or equals to 4, then only go there. Otherwise, don't go there. Like this. So now it prints numbers from 1 to 4. So briefly, I'm explaining execution processor. Much explanation is not required. Listen. Because of this declaration, I created I value 1. Here directly 1 printed. I plus 1. I value becomes 2. This condition will be tested now. Now I value is 2 now. Is 2 less than 4? True. If this if condition is true, enters into if block. Go to will be executed. means execution will be jumped to ABC location. Again executes this code. So means again prints I value. Increases I value. Is 3 less than 4 true? So if condition true means enters into if block. Goes to ABC. Again prints I value. Increases I value. Is 4 equals to 4 true? 4 less than means false. 4 equals to true. 4 means true. Again goes to ABC. Prints 4. I value becomes 5. Is 5 less than or equals to 4? False. Comes out of the if. Notice here, without using loop, we are executing the code repeatedly. So once upon a time, loops were not there. So this code was used as loop like this. To execute the code repeatedly, we can use this one. Okay. It is better to avoid of using it. Even if you don't know go to, no problem. Comfortably, you can work with PLSQL. It is not that much important. It is better to avoid of using this one. It is printing numbers from 1 to 4 observe without using loop. I am printing numbers from 1 to 4. Just a minute, please wait. Okay. So this is about control success. Successfully, we finished all control success. So now you know all conditional control success, all looping control success, and all jumping control success. Is it clear about all control success, sir? Is it clear? Online students, please confirm. Is it clear about this chapter? If it is clear, we can start next chapter, sir. Please. With your confirmation only, I can understand, sir. Please confirm in the chat box. Next. Next one. Next chapter is cursor, sir. So after completion of session, I upload complete cursors notes. After completion of session, within 10 minutes, you get the notes in the Google Classroom. So I upload complete cursors notes there. So before coming to the class, if you refer the notes, easily you can understand, easily you can follow. So that is why I'm providing notes in the beginning of chapter only. So chapter name is cursors. I am giving introduction regarding cursors, then I stop the session. What is cursor? Why cursor I am telling now. Why cursor? Understand this point. To hold multiple rows and process them one by one. to hold multiple rows and process them one by one, we are using cursor. This is the main goal of cursor. To hold multiple rows and process them one by one, we are using cursor. If anyone is asking why cursor, what is the purpose of cursor? Tell this one. In the previous session, we did this result program. We are finding total, average, and result. We are finding total, average, and result. Whether he passed in first division or second division, like this. We are finding total average result of how many students here? One student. One student ID I am giving. One student's total marks is average marks, is result it is finding. One student's total average result I am getting here. But assume that 1000 students are there or 10,000 students are there in the student table. For 10,000 students, I want to calculate total average and result with single run. This is my requirement. This is student table, sir. And this is result table. Yesterday I explained this program. Okay. Maybe the table deleted. Okay. Observe. See here. Assume that this student table has 10,000 students rows. For 10,000 students, I want to find total average result. And I want to store in the result table. This is my requirement. So, if I use our yesterday's program, I have to run same program for 10,000 times. So much time will be wasted. But with single run, I want to find total average result of 10,000 students. So 10,000 students result I want to find with single run. In such type of situations, we need to hold multiple rows now. All 10,000 rows I need to hold now. So to hold these all 10,000 rows, just like in C Java, to hold set of elements, you are using array. Here to hold set of rows, you are using cursor. Cursor. So I'm taking one cursor here. This cursor name is C1. Cursor always holds address, sir. Cursor always holds address. Just like in Java, object name holds address. In Java, object name holds address, reference variable. Our cursor also holds address. Address of one memory location. In that memory location, I am holding all 10,000 students rows. Now cursor is holding multiple rows. So cursor is used to hold multiple rows. In the cursor, I am holding 10,000 students rows. Then what I have to do now? Fetch first row. Fetch first row. First row I am fetching. Then process it. Processing means calculating total, average, result of first student. Store in the result table. This is called processing. Finding total, average, result and storing these values in the result table. This is called processing. First record fetched, first student result found, store in result table. Fetch second record again. Fetch second record and process it. Means find total average result, store result in the result. Fetch third record, find total average result, store in the result table. Fetch fourth record, find total average result, store in the result. So like this, we are holding multiple rows here. and we are processing them one by one. Observe, to hold multiple rows and process them one by one. Here only sequential axing possible here in cursor. It process one by one here. So to hold multiple rows and process them one by one, we are using this cursor. That's it, sir. This is the purpose of cursor. If anyone is not understanding, for them, one more time I'm telling, sir. Yesterday we did this program. This program is finding total average result. This program is finding total here, average here, and result here. It's finding total average result of how many students? One student. Suppose assume that 10,000 students are there. To find 10,000 students total average result, I need to run this program for 10,000 times. Very complex. So that is why to hold multiple rows, they designed cursor concept. So this is a cursor. This is a cursor. Cursor name C1. It holds the address of one memory location. It holds address. Cursor holds address of one memory location. Where is this memory location? This memory location is in the instance. So in this memory location, 10,000 students rows are. So to hold multiple rows, we are using cursor. C1 is the cursor here. This C1 is cursor. This cursor is holding this memory location address, which is in the instance. That memory location has 10,000 students rows. So to hold multiple rows, we are using cursor. To hold multiple rows, we are using cursor. So just like in C Java, to hold multiple elements, you are using array. Here to hold multiple rows, we are using cursor. In all our previous programs, we worked with one row. To work with multiple rows, go for cursor or collection. So we are holding multiple rows. Now what we have to do now? Fetch first row, process it. Means find total average result. Store in the result. Fetch second row, process it. Fetch third row, process. Fetch fourth row, process. So to hold multiple rows and process them one by one. Processing means here we are calculating total average result. And we are storing in the result table. That is processing. So to hold multiple rows and process them one by one, we are using cursor. This is the purpose of cursor. If anyone is asking why cursor, tell this one. What is cursor? Observe here. Cursor is a pointer to one memory location. Just now I told cursor holds address. Cursor holds address. Address means pointer. This cursor is telling that it is holding address. It is telling that it is a pointer. It is telling that in that address, multiple rows are there. It is a pointer. It is telling that cursor is telling that in that address, multiple rows are there. In that address, multiple rows are there. Cursor is a pointer. Cursor is a pointer. It is holding address. It is holding address. Okay, which address? This memory location address. So this is instance. This is instance. In the instance, this is one memory location. This is one memory location. So this memory location address stored in the cursor now. So this cursor is holding this memory location's address. So cursor is a pointer to one memory location, which is in the instance. Means this cursor is telling that in that address, multiple rows are there. In that address, multiple rows are there. It is. So observe here, cursor is holding address of one memory location. This is memory location, which is in the instance. That memory location has multiple rows. So you can say cursor has multiple rows. So what is cursor? It is a pointer to one memory location, which is in instance. Why cursor? To hold multiple rows and process them one by one. Here is a cursor. That's it. Sir. 2 points I told. What is cursor? Cursor is a pointer to a memory location. Cursor is holding address of memory location, which is in instance. That memory location is in the instance. In that memory location, it is holding multiple rows. So this memory location contains multiple rows. So cursor is a pointer to a memory location, which is an instance. Cursor is telling that in that address, multiple rows are there. It is telling. It is holding address. Okay. So this memory location contains multiple rows. This memory location contains multiple rows. It's like this. To hold multiple rows and process them one by one, we are using cursor. This first point is telling that. This first point is telling that what is cursor. Second point is telling that why cursor. This first point is telling that what is cursor. And second point is telling that why cursor. So what is cursor? It is a pointer to one memory location, which is in the instance. This memory location contains multiple rows. Always cursor is a pointer to one memory location. This memory location is in the instance. In that it holds multiple rows. So to hold multiple rows and process them one by one, we are using cursor. Did you understand these 2 points, sir? Now, finally, conclusion is, if you want to hold one column value, you tell me, sir. I'm expecting correct answers from you. If you are unable to tell, means you didn't practice PL SQL basics. I want to hold this sales value, sir. One column value I want to hold. So I'm taking one variable, v underscore d name. Tell me, sir, how to declare this variable now? My requirement is holding this column value sales. So to hold data, variable is required. So to hold this sales value, I'm taking one variable, v underscore d name. In the v underscore d name, I want to hold sales value, d name column value. How to declare this column now? How to declare this variable now? V underscore d name. How to declare the variable, sir? Department dot d name percentage type. So if anyone is unable to tell, means you didn't practice first chapter. So to hold one, the point to understand here is to hold one column value. To hold one column value, we use which data type, sir? Percentage type. To hold one column value, percentage type. Suppose my requirement is I want to hold entire row. To hold entire row, I'm taking R. How to declare it now? Department percentage row. Okay. You are unable to tell, means you didn't practice first chapter. You don't know PL SQL basics. You should be focused. So to hold one column value, percentage type. To hold one row, percentage row type. But row type can hold only one row. Row type cannot hold multiple rows. But now my requirement is holding multiple rows. All department table rows I want to hold. So to hold multiple rows, cursor is required. Cursor. That's it. This is the point we have to understand. To hold one column value, percentage type. To hold one row, percentage row type. To hold all rows, multiple rows, cursor. Cursor holds multiple rows. Fetch first row, process. Fetch second row, process. Fetch third row, process. Like this. So to hold one column value, we are using percentage type. To hold one row, we are using percentage row type. To hold multiple rows, To hold multiple rows, we are using cursor. So this is the purpose of cursor. So just I have given introduction on cursor, sir. Okay, what is cursor you know, and why cursor you know. Tomorrow, on Monday, to use cursor, 4 steps are there. What are those 4 steps to use cursor? And what are the cursor attributes are there? Like percentage found, percentage not found. Like this, some cursor attributes are there. This cursor attributes we discuss. Then we develop the programs. So Monday completely we focus on cursors. Okay. So next week, every session important, sir. Next 2 weeks, every session important. Don't miss them. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. See you on Monday. Online students, if you have any doubts, type in the chat box. Otherwise, you can leave. Session is over. Yes, any doubts?